talk of Paul Fraud today comes a full-length film that aspires to be a spiritual eye-opener for Filipinos. Set in Manila in 2016 with an election about to be held, Agawan Base is an adventure comedy drama that depicts how a child's faith in God can overpower politicians.
Alam mo ba, may nagmamahal sa'yo nang higit sa akala mo. Inalay niyang lahat sa'yo, ang iyong hininga, paligid mong kay ganda, mga taong kahanga-hanga, binigay sa'yo ng pusa. Sa oras-oras, iniingatan ka niya. Tunay at wagas ang pag-ibig niya. Nais ka niyang makasama sa buhay mong tuwina. Siyang Diyos, Diyos kong tunay. Kanyang pagmamahal sa atin ng walang humpay. Kanino mo pansin, ika'y kanyang binabantayan. Maaari mong sandalan, hindi kanya iiwan. Sa oras-oras, iniingatan kanya.
All right, here to tell us more about the film, our indie film director Cesar Buendia and young actor Lance Reblando. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This sounds like a great film. Very, very positive message. Can you sort of set the scene a bit more for us? I mean, we saw some excerpts from the music video of sorts. It's a good-looking film. Tell us a bit more about the film.
It's set in the year 2016. It's futuristic.
Okay.
But it's not so far, but so distant. But it will be election time, and they play the role of thieves.
Okay.
These are 4 children play the role of thieves, and they were able to steal a cell phone from the assistant of a political candidate, and that cell phone contains explosive information about the candidate.
Okay.
That's what gets them involved in the whole political process.
Right. Okay. So the whole film is really a message of positivity, a message of hope, really. Yes. And your whole thought behind the type of films that you want to be making and the message that you want to be getting across embraces that. I mean, tell us about the decision you made to really just focus on positive messages, focus on leaving people with a message, a lesson to be learned, so to speak, from your films.
I used to write for the mainstream, movies and TV.
Okay.
And whenever you'd sit on a brainstorming session, the first thing that they would talk about is our ratings or the box office.
Okay.
So it's all about money. But I realized that media is so powerful that it can actually transform personal lives and transform a nation.
Okay.
And so I said, I think I'd rather do that direction and lead people to believing in God and sharing God's word through film.
Okay, that's a great advocacy right there. I mean, spreading positivity, and I'm hoping that Lance over here was involved in the project because of that. Is that why you were interested in the project? How did you get involved in this project, Lance?
Tito Cesar called us and I auditioned and song Just Can't Wait, and I got the
And you got the part. What was it like making this film? This is certainly after a number of films along this vein that you've done. And what was it like working on this film? I just wanted to comment also that you're talking about positivity, about hope, and in this case, a child showing us that even somebody. Or somebody as a small player, so to speak, in a very literal sense, can have a very big effect on what the future will hold for us, and it also holds true in the way you've tackled the film with the talents that you've involved. You pointed out that the music video that we saw earlier, the song was composed by a young boy, 13 years old.
Yes, his name is Pipen Tan. He's a genius. He's a 13-year-old boy who plays the piano, violin, guitar, drums, etc. And at 13, he has composed so many songs already, including the theme song of the movie.
All right, so you're working a lot with kids, and it reflects really the message also here that in your film that these kids are capable, these kids are the future, and
Yes.
even small people have a role to play.
We all have a role to play. That's why our goal is to show this film to all the schools in the country.
Okay.
And we have been helped by the Catholic Educational Association of the Philippines. They've endorsed us, and also the Catholic Bishops Conference of the Philippines. They have also endorsed this film, as well as my other films, and we hope to be able to reach all the schools. We don't have a mainstream screening of this film. We have screenings only in schools.
Okay.
And in special screenings. So if there are any professors out there or school principals, please do welcome us in your schools. We would love to show our film in your schools.
All right. You said that making the film was, making these types of films has been a reaction to what you felt was a much more commercial-driven industry beforehand.
Yes.
Is that important, or is still important at this stage? Is it important that I don't know how you're funding the films, but is it important to make to recoup those costs? Is it satisfying enough to feel like you've gotten that message across? Do you still have those considerations?
No, film is an expensive craft. It's an expensive art. No? So we have to recoup our costs.
Yeah.
So we charge per student, but a minimal cost, something that the students can really afford. That's it. And then if we spend for everything else, we just use their their auditoriums or their projection rooms. That's where we show our films, and it's been quite a ride all through this year, showing my two other films in the schools all over the nation. We would stay in one school for like 5 days. I would even sleep in the school clinic if there are no hotels nearby.
Right.
So that I can accommodate all the students. After showing the films, we process the film experience with the students. We talk about values.
Right. And it's not just a film showing. I mean, there's discussion. There's and that sort of thing.
There's processing. We teach values. So it's very important to start young. I think it's very hard to convince our generation to be less corrupt, because it's very hard to teach old dogs new tricks.
Okay.
But we have to start young, remind the children that we have to have values in order to recover whatever we lost in this nation.
Right. Well, so speaking of learning lessons, what lessons did you learn making this
There's
film?
plenty of lessons that I learned. Try and never
Never give up.
Yeah, never give up.
It's speaking of that, that's an excellent jumping point, really, to talk about the other things that you've been doing. Lance over here is quite a talent. Speaking of trying and trying until you succeed, I mean, you tried and succeeded in being part of this great production of The Lion King, which is being staged in Singapore. And it's a very big deal. I mean, the show's director, Michael, is it Echo?
Michael Echo.
Michael Echo was so impressed with you. I mean, and here you are headlining. I mean, you're playing Simba, correct?
Young Simba, yeah.
Okay. Tell us about how you landed this role.
Oh my, we came so far. First, I auditioned on Tito Cesar's the song Just Can't Wait. And then I got the role. Then, yeah, I got the role. Then
It's all a blur. Did it happen
Yes.
in the blink of an
So
eye? We've got a great picture here from the program of the Lion King, and there you are, right there in the middle, you know, carrying the show on your shoulders, and it's really represent. I mean, Pinoy pride right over here. What's it like working on a production of this scale? I mean, you've done a lot of stage. Obviously, you've done a lot of acting on screen as well. But this must be a very different experience. Tell us about the experience of working on an international stage production like this.
Yeah, like what you said, it's an international production. I'm working with different people from different countries.
Okay.
Well, South Africa, Australia, and so many different
And so many different
Yes.
places, all right?
They auditioned kids from all over the world, and he was the one who got the role.
I know. All right, now that's not the only feather in your cap. You are only one of two kids who the UP College of Music has extended special training to. The other one being somebody you might have heard of, you know, certain Lea Salonga, somebody like that. Come on, that's something special. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's it like to? What kind of training do you put in terms of preparing for something like this, and how has the UP College of Music helped you?
It helped me a lot. I started doing voice lessons when I was 6. Then, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, mahirap ba? Is it hard to do what you do?
No. Like what I said, try and try.
Try and try. Why do you enjoy? I'm assuming you enjoy it. Why
Yes,
do you
of course.
enjoy what you do?
Because I love the people around me. Yeah, especially Tito Cesar.
All right. Well, we'd love to have a sample of the kind of
Okay.
thing that you do, and I know we're gonna ask you to do just that. So I'm gonna allow you to prepare yourself and set up over there while I finish up with your Tito Cesar over
Okay.
here. All right. So congratulations on landing this role at the Lion King, and congratulations on your role in this film. All right. So we're gonna hear from you in just a little, in just a minute. All right.
Okay.
All right, going back to Direk Cesar over here. How do we if people are interested to get the film shown in their school, or are we really limiting it to schools? I mean, are there other venues perhaps that we can consider for the airing of the film?
We encourage cause-oriented groups to use the film as a fundraising tool. Okay, you can have special screenings all over the country.
All right.
We're also hoping to reach other countries by showing it to the Filipino communities.
Okay.
Just call us, and we will, if not in the schools, special screenings.
All right. Just real quick, Agawan Base. I wanted to ask you,
Okay.
where does the title come from?
Agawan Base is a game.
Yeah.
Maybe you played that
Sure,
when
I played that when
you
I
were
was
young.
much younger.
It's about you steal the base of the other. So it's it's about stealing power.
Okay.
So it's about two presidential candidates, and they steal power from one another.
All right.
And then the victor is, of course, the young boy.
Okay.
And the victor is God.
Okay, I think really we all win in the end, because I mean, seeing films like this, which really do share a very positive message and
Yes.
really leaves you with so many lessons that can be learned, is such a good thing. So congratulations in advance already for what is going to be an excellent film. I wish you the best of luck during the
Yes.
screenings.
Can I say my numbers so
Absolutely,
that the
please do.
principals and the
Absolutely,
school heads
please do.
and the organizations can contact us? You can get in touch with us through 0918-923-5515.
There you go.
0918-923-5515.
Okay, like I said, best of luck to you, Direk. I hope the film gets as much screening as it can, and I think we all have something to learn from this. And one thing that we have learned is, as Lance said, try and try until you
Yes.
succeed. And this
If
young
God
man,
is with you,
you will
anything
succeed.
is possible.
All right,
with
well,
God.
God certainly was.